making it go.
Make it stop.
Make it stop. We're going. We're going again. It's time for round 2. See how long we can keep this shit going. Shout out to Trick for that brand new intro. I hope you guys like it.
Yeah, shout out to Patrick.
Patrick, our pal, man.
Our buddy.
Our buddy.
Out in Seattle.
Our little stoppy.
Our little stoppy. Shouts out to all the stoppies.
Stoppies. That's the going. That's the running title for what we're calling our fans. But I think it's a terrible one, to be honest. So.
All right. So what about Stop Squad? We were talking about Stop Squad before.
Stop Squad. Stop. I don't know.
Stoppies. Stop Squad.
Stop Squad.
Tweet at us if you like Stoppies. Hashtag Stoppies.
Yep. Hashtag Stoppies.
Hashtag Sloppy Stoppies.
Sloppy Stoppies. Ooh.
If you like Stop Squad, hashtag Stop Squad.
Yep.
And if you don't like either of them, hashtag Just Stop.
Just Stop. Just Stop. You can tweet at us. You can find us. We're at Make It Stopcast, right, on the Twitter, and we're on the Facebook.
The Facebook.
Make It Stop, the podcast. All 65 of our friends have joined, and we just want to say thank you to them.
Yes.
We were checking
so
our
little
stoppies. I don't know, man. I can't go with that. Are we reducing them to that? Yes. Little stuppers.
I'll reduce them to whatever I want because we are now re-recording this entire we just recorded this entire episode and realized that we did not record this entire episode.
And let me tell you, we were fucking brilliant. We were so funny. We were so good.
You lost
it all. It's
quality
really
material
quality
to the
material.
Ages. So this is going to be a burnt out version.
It's already like we've already tried to wring out like any possible shred of like anything interesting out of the album that we're going to review for you today.
The original recording of this podcast
Lost
forever, just like the original masters of Bruno Rodolini.
Bruno Radolini, Ratatoni, Rigatoni.
Bruno Radolini's band from
the eponymous album,
The Return of Bruno,
which is what you all decided was a good use of our time and your time. Was to listen to this album, watch the mockumentary about the history of a completely fabricated alter ego, where basically Bruce Willis is cosplaying as Bruce Springsteen,
but a Bruce Springsteen who invented like everything cool about music.
Who invented music?
Yeah.
Who got the Beatles together and who
he taught
invented
the PGs
psychedelia.
How to play disco.
You decided that it was a good decision for us to spend this time, to waste this time listening to this album, and you to waste additional time listening to us
project.
Discuss this. Okay? I just want y'all to know that.
Yeah.
All right? We're living in like impending nuclear apocalypse, and this is what you're choosing to spend your time with. So so thanks.
With the white savior of R&B music, Bruno Rigatoni. Radolini.
Riddolini.
Hey, I invented combi.
When in doubt, just throw a little harmonica lick up and woo! That's it. That's all you have to do. When life gets tough.
So last week we had to listen to the Voldemort album that we don't even want to say what it was called.
We won't talk about because it's enabling bad behavior. I feel like it's like linking to like child porn. It's that bad. Well, it's not that bad.
Oh, whoa.
It's still really bad.
Spicy. Well, listening to that album last week made me feel very angry. It made me feel very disgusted.
Yeah.
This album is more like I just kind of scoff at it. I can't.
It's a
I'm
resounding
like, all right, fine, guy. Okay, this is your dad in a Hawaiian shirt doing karaoke.
But like your dad, I'm sure your dad's more talented than that. Like it's your
dad has a sense to not like think that this is going to be his gig.
Yeah,
his other
your
gig.
Dad maybe like whips out
Bruce
a harmonica
Willis,
once in a while.
I can't believe they rolled out the red
party.
carpet for Bruce Willis to do this dumb shit.
Yeah, they bent over backwards.
Someone tell Bruno no. Yeah,
somebody tell Bruno no. Okay, this is mediocre white manhood elevated to position of power that was so undeserved. Personified in an album.
And this was released on Motown Records, mind you, in 1987. Released on struggling Motown Records. This is going to save the label.
Yep.
Bruce Willis, Bruno.
We're putting all our money on Bruce.
So they furnished this album with
Put it
like
all on
the Temptations are on this, the Pointer Sisters are on this, the Supremes are on this.
It's the definition
like,
of collecting
why?
a check, except that the only one having fun here is Bruce Willis, and even then
he's having a blast.
Yeah, so okay. So again, just to define this for you before we go, swooping on in to
Coming right up.
coming right up.
Coming right up.
We've listened to this too many times. This was a album that came out in 1987, and then there was an HBO special that involved a mockumentary and a live concert performance by Bruce Willis as Bruno, whatever the fuck his name is. That guy. Ratolini. Again, like a Chuck E. Cheese cartoon character.
This is the most Chuck E. Cheese album I've ever heard.
It really is.
This is the Chuck E. Cheese band recorded.
It is, and it's unacceptable. I would be mad at the Chuck E. Cheese band and their actual unfeeling robots. Like that's about the level of stage engagement that Bruce Willis achieves in this concert too. I mean, he's boring as hell. He's the definition of milquetoast, but without even toast. Like, there's no color involved in any of this. It's white bread in a bowl of milk with some harmonica riffs and some actually talented singers doing like the karaoke chorus lines every once in a while to make this somewhat bearable. So why don't we dig on in to this delicacy?
Coming right up. Coming right up. Bruno's here, baby. Bruno's here, baby.
Oh, thank God. So this actually, yes. Okay, so yeah, besides like literally lifting that riff from an endlessly better song, that actually does sound like a commercial for a Chuck E. Cheese like birthday party. Like, oh, you got like the nice friendly teenager with the ponytail handing you your greasy pizza slices.
Yeah.
Coming right up.
And actually, I think in that song, he's like a bartender.
Oh.
He's like, ooh, he's that bartender you're gonna go home and fuck.
Ew. I don't want to talk about my dad fucking.
That's what this. I'm pretty sure that's what the lyrics are. It's like, hey, I'm at your service. I'll get you a drink.
Gonna hike up my Levi's.
Then you wanna fuck. Coming right up.
But we can't say that because the whole thing is PG-13 for some reason. Yeah, this is like California.
Yeah,
it's like, as if the California Raisins had Bruce Willis as a lead singer, and that was somehow in a collective hallucination was acceptable and okay.
It's a Pepsi commercial from the 1987 fucking Super Bowl, like stretched out to an entire album's length. It's like because there's all those guest stars, and it's like, oh, star-studded, shitty 80s R&B.
Here we got Farrah Fawcett, we got the Cleveland Bears like shuffling crew,
yeah.
And then look over here, it's Elton John saying
Elton John in a Mobutu outfit with a like zebra
saying
kufi,
that Bruce Willis
rocking a kufi,
unironically, unashamedly.
Yeah, we were talking about the documentary, by the way, the mockumentary.
Well, according to that mockumentary, the original Benny and the Jets was called Bruno and the Jets. Did you know that? No, because fucking why would you? Because none of this should exist.
Bruno invented fucking music.
Literally everything.
He invented music.
Yep, he brought the Beatles together.
This is what started everything. This album, The Return of Bruno. This was the jumping off point of the Beatles.
Yep.
And fucking
all of psychedelia.
The Bee Gees.
Yep.
And the
he invented psychedelia without ever doing acid. That's what also
he just ate sugar cubes.
He just ate sugar cubes like a fucking horse. Right? like what is going on? Who would, first of all, like if you're trying to like find like the emblematic like cool guy that can like be like flexible enough to be like interesting and relevant throughout history, don't go for Bruce Willis.
No.
like okay, he's fine, he's great in Die Hard, love him in Pulp Fiction.
I just don't get why everyone
let this happen.
And people thought it was cool when it came out.
Oh yeah, so talk about that because that needs to be said like straightforward. Like
this album was at number 5 No, this next song, let's do Respect Yourself, and then we'll talk about the success of the album.
All right, I guess.
The song's Respect Yourself, featuring the Pointer Sisters.
I wish we respected ourselves enough more than this. Enough to not have decided to do a podcast where we fucking torture ourselves every week. But
let's do it.
Let's do it. Are you respecting yourself yet, people? Are you feeling respectful? Because I'm not. I don't have any respect left. Okay, because no respect was paid during the recording and filming of this atrocity. Because literally. Well,
there's tons of respect paid to Bruno, the legendary Bruno. Oh, what a pointless exercise! What's the fucking point?
It's audio colonialism. It's a rewriting of history in which the most fucking bland, middle-aged,
Huey Lewis
white
cover band
Reebok dad is the savior and originator and genesis of all music. That is the premise of this storyline.
Yeah, when you can't afford to license the Huey Lewis song for your TV show, so you have someone record a song that kind of sounds like Huey Lewis, that's this fucking Return to Bruno album.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for everybody involved. And I know that Bruce has since he doesn't like to talk about this album. Is that
yeah? He's embarrassed by this. I'm pretty sure. The interviews where I've seen brought it up, he kind of brushes it off.
That makes all of us, Bruce. That makes all of us.
He's like, oh no, never again. I'm retired from that.
Yeah.
I'm retired. I can't do a Bruce Willis voice. I'm retired. That.
Well, what was his? He had several voices during the filming of the Bruno story. He had the hippy dippy 60s voice.
Yeah, but
tough talking. I'm from Newark.
I think he was just a tough talking Trenton, New Jersey guy.
Really?
Hey, Bruno, I got a call.
Really?
They never showed him talking because Bruno never talks to the press. So the only footage they had of him, was the Gumby thing, the Corvettes commercial, and his musical performances on
the Gumby thing, which is
American Bandstand.
the hidden footage at the end after the credits.
I invented Gumby. He even invented Gumby. Not only did he invent music itself,
he invented Gumby. Of all the things.
And his little friend there, what's his name? Pokey.
Pokey, hey, bada bing, bada boom, man. It's fucking Andrew Dice Clay making an album.
Yeah, and that was all that was on HBO at the time.
He did make an album, which we can actually review at some point.
Oh, let's review the Dice Man.
Now that I think about it, bada bing, bada boom.
He's a real scumbag, that guy.
Yeah, he is. I know. I'm gonna need to cleanse myself pretty thoroughly after this of tough talking middle-aged white dudes thinking that they're more important than they are.
Did we do Respect Yourself yet, or are we still?
We literally just did. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we are. So this was a thing that was that people liked.
Yeah.
At least for a brief moment in time, it made it to number 5 on the charts, and then in what was it in the UK? There was some ridiculous.
So that was Under the Boardwalk, which we'll get to.
Yeah, okay.
That was number 2 on the UK charts. It was a number 12 or number 14 single of 1987 in all of the UK. So,
yeah.
If we have any UK listeners, which I don't think we do, but just in case someone stumbles upon this.
Come for your mans.
Yeah.
Come for your
mans. Explain yourself.
Explain yourself.
Anyone. I'm casting.
Explain yourself.
What were people thinking in general in 1987?
I don't know.
What was happening in the collective unconscious of the world?
Mike Dunn, that was the year of your birth on this planet.
This album is 1 month older
You were
than me.
gestating in a womb while Respect Yourself was blaring in some Bradley's department store.
Oh, that's true. This album may have shaped me as a person in ways I can't even begin to comprehend.
It all makes sense
now.
Oh
my God, that's why I love hats with 13-inch brims.
Oh yeah, let it be known that there are several costume changes over the course of this unbelievably lackluster, fucking limp and tepid performance. It's so bad.
I feel bad talking about it so much because it's going to make people think it's worth watching, and it's really not.
It's not worth watching.
It's so pointless. Everything about this is just
none of this was
never needed to happen.
None of this was a good idea. It was all your fault. listeners.
But it is that
you were the
movie-
ones who voted for this.
That movie is basically like Elton John and Crosby from Crosby, Stills and Nash, and fucking even like Brian Wilson's in it, and all these famous musicians, Ringo, talking about how Bruno is the reason that they did
everything. They did everything.
Bruno is the catalyst for everything in American music. It's kind of like they did like
his fucking Jordan's Furniture soundtrack. Mardi Gras soundtrack music changed
like
history.
It's kind of like Dewey Cox without like any jokes.
There's nothing
Walk Hard
funny
Dewey
about
Cox story
any of
without
it.
any jokes and without good music.
Yeah, so literally it's negative all the way around.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep it going then. This one
Down in Hollywood. This is the song where in the concert performance he rocks the hat with the 13-inch brim with some Wayfarers and a Silent Bob trench coat.
He's trying to communicate something, I guess.
That shit was popping. Because this is a cool song.
I keep waiting for DJ Scat Cat to lay down a track.
So again, this is a cover. I'm pretty sure this is a Joe Cocker song. Respect Yourself was a...
It's bad. It's bad, but it's a different type of bad. It's just it's a little down tempo, I'm trying to think of the worst ska, like a Save Ferris, Seaside, D-side track. I don't know. It's bad.
Yeah, but that last song, Respect Yourself, that was a Staple Singer song. Every song aside from I think the first one and the last one on this album is a cover. So they just have him playing old standards?
Why
does he get to do that? Why does he get to do that?
Karaoke.
Why did you let this happen?
I don't understand. I think it's such an example of, people, mediocre fucking white dudes who have been elevated to this ridiculous position that I don't even think once he was given it, he looked so uncomfortable on that stage. You know what I mean? There was nothing interesting or compelling about his performance. He literally hid his face in a wide brimmed hat.
Yeah, he looked real nervous up there.
He looked super nervous, and he didn't deserve that position.
He doesn't play the role well.
And he doesn't even
He's a good actor. I think he's a
it.
pretty good actor. I like Die Hard a lot, but he's not good.
Profoundly
His Bruno
uncomfortable.
needs some work.
Yeah, dude. I just think also the fact that this was called The Return of Bruno, right? It's the equivalent of Mac and Me's The End, or is it? It
Yes,
actually was the end. It is the end. And also Bruno isn't returning. Bruno never existed. Bruno wasn't here.
No one was anticipating the return of Bruno.
Nobody was anticipating.
No one was I can't wait for the return of Bruno.
Wait for Down in Hollywood.
Except for apparently every musician ever. Down in Hollywood.
Ugh, it's intro music for community access television shows.
It's that band at Canopy Lake Park.
Oh, we all know that band at Canopy Lake. I mean, that's living the dream. Bruno should be so lucky.
Yeah,
as to
I
be
feel
in the
as a musician, if I could be the guy playing at the amusement park with a Paul Reed Smith all high up by my neck, ripping six solos
many
in a little Steven outfit with the bandana and everything. That's the best life that you can hope
the
for
aviator shades.
as an aging musician. But
true.
You know what? We didn't need to get Bruce Willis on that.
We didn't need that on a record, and we certainly didn't need a mockumentary having some of the actual most influential artists of all time comment on this
and Wolfman Jack.
Oh yeah, did you know
he invented the name Wolfman Jack?
Did you know Bruno did it all? Bruno
did it all.
Bruno, yes. Okay, listen, it's exactly
Bruno wrote "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
It is legitimately those posters at Chuck E. Cheese, which I have gone to Chuck E. Cheese recently. It's fine. Where they have Chuck E. Cheese is superimposed on images of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and he's the one that's leaning it over, and he's on Mount Rushmore, and it's rewriting history in this alternate storyline in which the whitest dad was responsible for the most important innovations in music that ever existed. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's literally like Bruce Willis's face Bruce Willis's face photoshopped onto James Brown's body. Like that's just what he wants.
And like James Brown having like a little paper doll.
It's pathetic wish fulfillment. Like you didn't need this guy. You could have kept this private. No one wants this. Although apparently people wanted it. Number 5 on the charts.
I can't.
But
believe
it didn't last. It didn't last.
I can't believe it. How long did it last? How long did that? Listen, I tried to find this in like the Wikipedia page, and even the Wikipedia page seems like bored of this story. Like it's the quickest Wikipedia entry ever.
There's not much to say about
There
it.
There isn't much to say, and yet here we are. All right, let's keep going. Speaking of which, this is Youngblood.
Youngblood, the first song featuring the Temptations.
Yeah.
You followed her all the way home.
What do you say, boys? You better leave my daughter alone.
Oh, Youngblood.
Gross.
Youngblood. What are you gonna do to that girl?
Yeah, Youngblood. Somebody, please make sure that she's safe. Yeah, that's a bad song. Yeah, that's a bad song.
I mean, I guess, there's a lot of songs from that era, because this is like another cover of like a 50s song, and there's a lot of problematic songs from that era. It was a problematic time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we have to reproduce it.
Don't dig it up and have Bruce Willis like dance with his corpse.
Yeah. Just like flopping around on a stage, like doing his like best Bruce Springsteen interpretation.
We don't need this, my guy.
Nobody needed it.
No one needed
Nobody needed it. Ugh. This starts to be the transition. This is like when the white savior complex like really like kicks into high gear, because now he moves to Detroit.
In the
down on his luck.
He moves to Detroit. He starts selling Corvettes. And the Temptations, the guy from the Temptations is like such a bad actor. Comes on, he's like, well, that was ridiculous.
That was absurd.
A talent like Bruno selling cars, we knew we had to help him out.
It was like friggin' Harlem Globetrotters acting.
And so the Temptations
come in and save
the day.
The magical brown folks come in and save the day, but really it's Bruno that teaches them how to love.
Bruno taught me how to have a soul.
Before Bruno. Yeah, Jesus.
Before Bruno, I couldn't dance.
All right, let's listen to this terrible cover of a song.
And then there's another one he does with Temptations, Under the Boardwalk.
Yeah, that's what this one is. Let's hear it.
Hey, Bruno. Hey, what's up, fellas? Hanging out down here with us under the boardwalk? Let's throw down.
When the sun beats down and melts the tar up on the roof, and the streets get so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk.
Yeah, this is a drunk uncle at like your like motel bar singing along with the fucking jukebox. Like that.
This is karaoke at the Jimmy Buffett cruise.
Oh my god.
This makes Jimmy Buffett sound like leftover crack. It's so soft.
So bad.
He has such a bad voice.
It's
no
it's
power
so
behind
thin
it.
and drippy and like useless. It has no heft. There's nothing compelling about it.
It's either him just being like, yeah, I'm singing, or like him be like, I'm a wacky blues man.
Did you know I can play the harmonica passably?
He actually can play the harmonica.
Yeah, no shame in his game. I mean, actually, lots of shame in everybody's game involved in the making and recording and facilitating of this fucking garbage.
But that's maybe the one thing that we can't talk too much shit on.
It's true.
Like,
we'll give Bruno that.
Give you that, Bruno. You play a mean harmonica.
Yeah. Why? All right, let's play the next one.
Yeah, we don't even need to explain this one. You'll get it. This stupid shit.
Odds are he won't live to see
take another song that was like only okay at the beginning and just make it.
You don't need to
even
do a cover
blander.
of Secret Agent Man, for fuck's sake. No one wanted that.
Because you're not even a secret agent. Like, nothing in your storyline has anything to do with that.
It's just so fucking corny.
It's unnecessary.
It's so corny. It's such a bummer that some people thought this was cool.
Yeah.
It's a bummer to think that humans ever thought this was cool.
People allowed this to happen.
And like, it's because what? Like, Bruce Willis was real hot in Moonlighting,
I guess.
which
that was like a
which is,
sitcom.
a sitcom from the 80s I know nothing about and
Yep.
did not bother to research because honestly, who cares?
Why
But
would we do that?
It's just weird that
Why would
gave
we
him,
invest
that
any more
one,
time in this?
That one gig gave him enough clout for this documentary with all these big names in it. And like
They really took a flyer on this one. I just want to know, like, what about this formula was like, yep, we got a hit on our hands,
Yeah.
buddy, bucko. Wabadoo-wap. Like, it's like fucking Emma Stone coming and doing like a hip hop album with
I feel like
with like Nas
it's just yeah.
and like
Future and
Yeah.
Kanye.
yeah,
Like, yeah, it's like
and it being fucking predictably terrible and unnecessary.
because it'd be
and-
one thing if it was just Bruce Willis by himself, like he did this thing, but they actually got him on Motown Records.
Motown
with all
Records
these-
put this out.
Motown Records put this out.
Okay.
All right, this next song.
Oh, well.
Jackpot, baby.
Hey, when I get frisky, I gotta play. Why not? I'm high, jackpot. Let me explain it to you this way.
Jump jiving, then you ain't gotta jump jiving, then you ain't gotta jump jiving, then you ain't gotta jump. Oh wait, sorry, I was off one. Yeah, so you get the picture. These guys.
Yo, shouts out to Bruce Willis for predicting the return of swing music
in
10
the
years
night.
earlier. Oh, I guess they had the Stray Cats back then, so he's just ripping off the Stray Cats.
So he's ripping off, somehow still managing to rip off the future.
Why didn't they get Brian Setzer on that? Seltzer. Yes. Yes. Oh.
I knew you were going there, and I went there too.
Oh, I'm so glad that just happened.
We're going there together.
No, but why didn't you get Brian Setzer on the documentary, being like, he taught me
Inexplicably,
he taught me everything I need to know about doing splits while I play a sick
while I wear
solo.
a suit.
While I wear a zoot suit. Bruno bought me my first zoot suit.
Yeah, what
He
other
tailored it
what
himself.
other musical trends can we can we attribute to Bruno for no reason? Like bass rapping, like that was all Lil B's like.
The Sex Pistols formed after they saw Bruno play.
We said that's something raw. That's so raw. We wanted to channel the energy and the anger.
Bruno invented dubstep. Skrillex is just Bruno's secret identity. That's him underneath that ridiculous wig.
There wouldn't be death metal if there wasn't for Bruno.
And Bruce Willis knows a thing or two about ridiculous wigs.
All right.
But yeah, so there you are. You know, it's a corny
done
fucking
yet?
swing music song.
Yeah, it's like it's a Foxwoods commercial.
It's a Foxwoods commercial. That's right.
Come on down, you gotta make some money in the you gotta pass out drunk in the hallway. That's the
Look
come
at
to
seven, baby.
Foxwoods.
Bruno.
Bruno.
Bruno invented Foxwoods. Bruno invented gambling.
Brought to you by Bruno.
He was in the Rat Pack.
Oh my god. Bruno invented Broken Side.
Bruno's a crunk core pioneer.
Okay. All right. We gotta keep going. All right. I don't know about you, but I'm having a fun time.
Coming right up.
And I got a couple that don't make no noise.
Coming up, no.
Looks like this night I'm fired up rocking. And the stars above just
So
renew
pitchy.
my joy. Oh yes, it's fun time.
Fun time.
Fun time. Some of the choruses are catchy.
It is the soundtrack to a fucking Bennigan's.
But the choruses are catchy because...
It is Bennigan's music. It's ground round soundtrack music. Like, what are you, like, just browsing around your local Sam Goody listening to Fun Time.
Fun time!
Fun time.
Yeah, I feel like you can only perform these songs with the Garth Brooks microphone. You know, like,
Fun time.
you have to wear the headset microphone.
Oh God, yeah, and this is also the part in like the movie, the like concert. He just really he's fallen apart at this point. Like he's not even like he's like barely. He's like a dead fish, kind of just like flopping around. On
This is also the point I think where he's wearing like the all white trench coat with the white Wayfarers with the pinholes poked in the center because you can't see through them because they're painted white. So cool, guys.
Cool.
Oh, with a baby blue oversized T-shirt underneath the like oversized blazer trench coat. That's all white.
As you do.
God.
As you do. Yup. Okay, we're almost done. It's okay. We're gonna make it through, guys. We got this next song here, which is called "Lose Myself," and I don't know about you. I'm feeling pretty lost.
Have you heard this line before?
The Law and Order. All right.
Really high.
Yeah, I know everybody in the making of this movie and soundtrack was really high. It's quite obvious. Cocaine 80s were
At this point he's not even appropriating black music anymore. He's appropriating music from a white guy that was already appropriating black music.
Yeah. It's like a fractal of things that shouldn't happen. Of things that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. This was not our choice. This was not what we wanted. God.
For this album?
No, for any of this. I mean, like, how did...
I will say I'm glad...
You're glad.
No, never mind. Well, with the choices we were given to choose from...
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Speed and Bullet to Heaven.
Yeah.
WTF. Or Rebirth.
This was probably, I don't know. See, the thing is that this was so boring. It was just so, like... It
was kind of offensively
lame
boring.
And offensive. Yeah, like, aggressively mediocre. But then, at the same time, it got me angry. Like, my blood boiled a little bit. Especially just thinking of
it didn't get me angry like Broken Side got me angry, though. It was definitely... so...
No.
I don't know. It was a fucking snoozer, this one, I gotta say,
sure
in general. It's...
All right.
Broken Side was kind of exciting compared to this.
I got high blood pressure like immediately upon listening to Broken Side.
Yeah.
This is just like a. All right, so we have one more song, and we're gonna get it over with for you here. So this is the last track on Return of Bruno, "Flirting with Disaster." That's kind of like a Earth, Wind and Fire jam.
Yeah, or like a Steely Dan.
Yeah.
It's, you know what, that song's...
That might be the best one of them.
Definitely the best one. And that's one of the only originals. You know, they should have taken the time to really let Bruno really express himself. He shouldn't be doing other people's songs.
No.
Show me the real Bruno. The Flirting with Disaster Bruno.
Of being
Unless that's a cover.
Bruno.
That might actually be a cover and we don't even realize it.
Yo, listen, the point is it doesn't even matter because ultimately it shouldn't have happened in the first place. It shouldn't have ever existed. None of this was good. There was like shades of worse, but it was all just kind of like runny diarrhea. Just like a literal pain in the ass, like, and a waste of time. So I hope you're happy out there, stoppies, my little stopsters.
My little stoppies?
My little stop squad. So do we have anything else to say? We gotta rate this.
Yeah, so let's rate it on a scale of 0 to -5
Yeah.
harmonicas.
Jazzy harmonica solos. Giving it a solid -2 because it's not even bad enough to be the worst or good enough or bad enough to be good. It's just solidly mediocre. Mediocrely bad. I mean, it's still in the negatives.
Yeah, I'm giving it a -2 as well. I think that's what it deserves. It's not it's very I don't want to say forgettable because it's kind of confounding. Like you think too much about like what is the point of this, but the music itself doesn't make you think at all.
No, it just kind of washes over you, like kind of like an audio
it's
Xanax.
Like okay. -2. Wouldn't listen to it again. How does it compare to Broken Side?
I mean, Broken Side at least was interesting, so I don't know how to judge that. I feel like
Broken Side was really aggressively difficult to listen to, though.
That's true. I don't
like. All right, so would you rather listen to Broken Side once a week?
Oh my god.
Or would you rather listen to this album once a day for a week?
For the rest of my life? Or just for 1 week or for the rest of my life?
Let's say for 1 week. Which would you rather
listen to this every day or listen to Broken Side once?
Yeah.
I'd probably listen to this every day.
I would too.
Because like it would narrate. I could see this like narrating me doing my dishes and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's music to kind of tune out to.
It's not nearly as violent to your ears as
that's the word.
As Broken Side.
It's true.
But it's still bad. It's still real bad. Thanks
to you guys.
Thanks, Stoppies.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So tune in.
Stoppies!
Okay, all right. So that's it for this week. Thanks, I guess, I don't know, for listening to this and for, foisting this upon us. We normally would let you vote for our next album that we were going to review, but we had such a good suggestion. Shout out to Stefan, who suggested that we review Farrah Abraham's classic 2012 album, My Teenage Dream Ended.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And I listened to like 10 minutes of this shit and it absolutely blew my fucking mind. So I think
same. Like we were going to do a poll like we did last week.
We were going to let you choose and you know
we
what?
Heard a
we don't
songs
trust you anymore,
album.
guys. You gave us Bruno.
Well, we gave them Bruno
That's
to give
true.
us.
It was my fault, I think, originally. But yeah.
But no. This week we can't help it. We have to do this.
Yeah.
My teenage dream has ended.
So we're doing it. And your dreams will end.
We'll do more polls in the future for sure, but we have to make an executive decision here.
Yep.
We're going through the back door.
And not yours.
We're backdooring this.
Yeah, we are. Ooh, that's she came out with that sex tape.
I did not know that.
That was appropriate.
Oh boy.
All right, guys.
Hey,
so
Heather, you have anything you want to plug?
Me?
Yeah.
Do I want to plug? Do we do that on this show? What do you have something you want to plug, Mike Dunn?
Yeah, December 11th, Bundles, Blame Shifters, The Furniture, Daphne Blue Underworld at Charlie's Kitchen.
This is going to date the hell out of this recording.
That's fine. People are going to listen to it when it comes out.
Okay, well...
we can fix it in post.
December 22nd, you can come see Deborah at AS220. And that's it for now. All right, we'll see you.
Signing off.
In a little while, my little stoppies. Tweet at us at Make It Stopcast. Find us on Facebook, Make It Stop, and also on Mixcloud is where we're posting up our stuff. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.